Good morning. This is Blitz von Himmel. I am wanting to make a video for you today. Very controversial subject matter, uh, but it's I have to tell it. It's the absolute truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Um, I guess I'll start by telling you in 2009, mid-October of 2009. I was sitting at my computer one evening and had absolutely no idea what I was going to do. Um, and the Holy Spirit came to me and told me that He wanted to re-educate me on spirituality. Now, I'd been raised in the church. Almost all of my life up until I left the church at the age of 19. I was taught to read with the Bible. My grandmother taught me how to read with the King James version of the Bible. And so I've, pretty steeped in what Christian doctrine and dogma and whatever you want to call it. But there were some things that had happened before that point in October that I'm not really going to go into, but it caused me to rethink about my beliefs and whether or not my belief system was correct. And anyway, the Holy Spirit came to me and He said, I want to reteach you, re-educate you on spirituality. He told me that He was going to send the Spirit of Truth, who is going to reside with me and still does to this day. And so since that time, about 3.5 years after that, I had finished a bulk of my re-education process, I guess is what you could call it. And so for the past 6 years after that, I've basically been watching events unfold here in society, on the earth, and I have come to the conclusion that we are really, really getting close to being out of time. And there are some things that everyone needs to know. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter where you're from, what your background is. It doesn't matter. The Father wants to have a relationship with you. That's the whole point. The Father wants to have a relationship with you. And you'll have to excuse me. Mosquitoes are bothering me out here. And He wanted me to tell you something. He wanted everyone to know this, because it doesn't matter your background, it doesn't matter your race, your culture, your credo, nothing. The gospel of Jesus Christ has been spread all throughout the world. And so therefore it is now time for the end of days. And we're seeing this rapidly approaching with all the different stuff that's taking place. The current situation in Hawaii with the volcano Kilauea currently erupting and creating multiple fissures. And various other things that are just mind-boggling. But I'm not going to go into any of that because that's not what I'm here to tell you. You can go and look everywhere else if you want to and find plenty of channels that are going to tell you about this sort of stuff. But what I'm here to tell you is we are not servants of God. We're not slaves of God. We're children of God. You cannot be a slave, you cannot be a servant, and be a child at the same time. Yahweh didn't create us that way. We are Yahweh's greatest creation. Okay? The truth is, angels are God's servants. Okay? Lucifer originally was a servant of God. I mean, you can go look in all the backstory and all that and find out what happened. And I'm not going to go into that. But I will tell you this. Demons are absolutely powerless to us. Human beings are so much more powerful than we give ourselves credit for. The victim mentality that has been forced upon us has been forced upon us in order to continue his control over us. Because if we believe that he is stronger than we are, then he can continue to do whatever he wants. We weren't put on this earth as servants or slaves to anyone. All that Yahweh wants is to have a relationship with you. That's it. Anyone all over the world can hear this and know that he loves you. Yahweh loves you. Okay? And the Bible has been altered. The Bible has been changed on multiple occasions. Even the original writing, I mean, you can just look it up for yourself. Look it up for yourself. Okay? You can't be a servant and be a child too. Now that doesn't mean that Yahweh isn't going to ask you to do things for him. I mean, we ask him to do things for us all the time. I mean, just think about it. How many times do you pray, if you do pray to God? How many times do you ask him to do things for you? Okay? Just because that he asks you to do something for him doesn't make you his servant. It doesn't make you his slave. It's a reciprocal relationship. Okay? He loves you. He's your father. Everyone's father. He created every single one of us, whether you're Asian, whether you're African, whether you're South American, Latino. It doesn't matter. He created you. And he loves you. And all that he wants is to have a relationship with you. So to sit and to believe, and that's the reason why that the Christian faith is powerless. I mean, think about it. Why is it that the Christian faith is powerless? Jesus had stated, Yeshua had stated, that when he goes back to the Father, greater works shall we do than he did. I don't see anyone walking on water. I don't see anyone healing the sick. I don't see people being raised from the dead. I don't see blind being able to see. Do you? No. Why? Because Satan, Lucifer, has lied to us. Every single one of us. Especially Christians who are supposed to believe this stuff. Or are supposed to believe that they can heal the sick and raise the dead. And take a basket full of groceries and feed 5,000. It's not happening. Why is it not happening? Because he's lied to us. Lucifer has infiltrated every single part of our culture, our history, our mindset, everything. He knows us because he was there. He's been able to watch us. He knows our psychology. And that's the truth. That's the truth. So I know there's people out there that are going to tell they're going to balk at this. They're going to oh my goodness, he just said that the Bible's been altered and there's parts of the Bible that aren't true. Well, that's right. Parts of the Bible have been altered and parts of the Bible are not true. I mean, why do you think that there are so many Christian denominations? Why do you think that there are just so many biblical debates that take place? The truth cannot be debated. The truth is set in stone. It's just as real as the sun over there to my right. You're not going to sit there and tell me, you can't argue with me and tell me there is no sun to my right. Can you? There is. See? It's right there. There's the sun. It's that simple. It's that simple. If everyone would lay hold of this, let me tell you something. We are extremely powerful. Very, very powerful. It's so powerful. But nobody wants to believe it. Everybody wants to take a victim mentality. They want to believe that the demons, they're so powerful that we can't fight them. We have to have help. Listen, Jesus said that with the faith of a mustard seed, you can move mountains. He didn't say, oh, well, if you can't move this mountain, you can't move mountains. It's impossible. No, he didn't say that. He said, with the faith of a mustard seed, you could move mountains. He wasn't being metaphorical. He was being literal. Okay? Another example. The woman with the issue of blood. What did he say to her? He didn't say, oh yeah, I healed you. He said, your faith has made thee whole. Your faith. So what is faith? Faith is the creative essence, the creative ability that God has given every single human being on the face of the earth. All of us. We were created in His image, in His likeness, with His power. We are co-creators with Him. Co-creators. Think about that. Think about that. That's the solution to everyone's problems. Everybody's all like, oh, look at all this bad shit that's going on. Look at all this badness that's going on and all this evil that's going on. What are we to do? Look towards the Father. Call Him by name, Yahweh. That's His name. It's not God. God's a title. It's not Jehovah. Jehovah is also a title. His name is Yahweh. Call upon Him. It says in the Bible, which is absolutely true, this part of it, that He's not a respecter of persons. If He can go and talk to Moses, if He'll come and talk to Moses, He'll come and talk to you. I know because He's come and talked to me, face to face. I don't have much time left for this video, and maybe in the future I'll tell you what happened with my encounter with Yahweh. But I just want to leave you with that. I want to leave you with that little bit to think about. Okay? I love you. Yahweh loves you. Peace. Blitz vom Himmel.